This spiritual hospital makes you ever healthy for half a cycle. Sit here in soul consciousness. Good morning, everyone. Om Shanti. Today, 24th February 2024, morning Murli Baptada Madhuban. I repeat, essence, sweet children, this spiritual hospital makes you ever healthy for half a cycle. Sit here in soul consciousness. What direction should your intellect remember while you carry on with your business, etc.? The Father's direction is you must not remember any corporeal or subtle beings. Only when you have remembrance of one Father will your sins be absolved. None of you can say that you don't have time for this. While is doing everything, you can stay in remembrance. Om Shanti, the Father says, good morning to you, sweetest spiritual children. After good morning has been said, you children are told to remember the Father. You call out, O purifier, come and purify us. So the Father, first of all, says, remember the spiritual Father. The spiritual Father of all is just the one. A Father is never considered to be omnipresent. So as much as possible, children, first of all, remember the Father. Apart from one Father, do not remember any corporeal or subtle beings. This is very easy. People say that they are busy and that they don't have time. However, you always have time for this. The Father shows you the way. You also know that it is only by remembering the Father that your sins will be burnt away. This is the main thing. No one forbids you to carry on with your business. While is doing all of that, simply remember the Father so that your sins can be absolved. You understand that you are impure. Sages, holy men, rishis and munis, etc. all are making spiritual endeavor. One makes spiritual endeavor in order to meet God. Until you have his introduction, you cannot meet him. You know that no one in the world has Father's introduction. Everyone has the introduction of bodies. One quickly has the introduction of anything large. It is only when the Father comes that he explains to you the introductions of souls. There are two things, the souls and the body. A soul is a star and a very subtle. No one can see it. When you come and sit here, you have to sit in soul consciousness. This is also a hospital. It is the hospital where you become ever healthy for half a cycle. Souls are imperishable, they are never destroyed. A whole part is in each soul. The soul says, I can never be destroyed. All of these souls are imperishable. The bodies are perishable. It is now in text that you souls are imperishables and you take 84 births, and this is in their drama. You also know that which founders of religions come at which time and how many births they take. The 84 births that are remembered must definitely be of one religion. They cannot be for everyone. Not all the religion come at the same time. Why should we sit and calculate anything about others? We know that so and so comes at such and such time to establish a religion. There is then expansions of that. Everyone has to become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. When this world is Tamopradhan, it is then that the Father comes and makes it into the Satopradhan golden age. You children now know that you, the people of Bharat, will come and rule in the new world. There won't be any other religions there. Amongst you children too, those who are to claim a high status will make greater effort to stay in remembrance, and they will also write their news. Baba, I stay in remembrance for this long. Due to this being ashamed, some don't write their news at all. They wonder what would Baba say. However, Baba still knows. A teacher at school would tell the student, if you don't study, you will fail. Lokik parents also understand this from how much their children study. This is a very big school. Here, you are not made to sit number wise. Your intellects understand that it is number wise. Baba is knowing, sending the good children to other places. When they go somewhere else, others then right, we want a Maharathi. So it is definitely understood that they are cleverer and better known that they themselves are. It is number wise. At exhibitions, many types of people come, so there should also be guides standing there to check them. Those who greet the people would come to know what type of people have come, so that one should then signal to the one explaining. You can explain to these people. You can understand that there are those of the first grade, the second grade, and the third grade. You have to serve everyone. When an important person comes, everyone definitely offers him a lot of hospitality. This is the law. The father or the teacher praises the children in class. This is also special attention. The children who glorify the name are given special attentions and praised. To say that so and so is wealthy and religious minded is also praising him. You now know that the highest on high is God. People say that he truly is the highest on high, but when you ask them to tell you his biography, They say that he's omnipresent. They completely put him down. You can now explain that the highest on high court and he is the resident of the supreme abode, whereas those deities are in the subtle region. Here they are human beings. So the highest on high court, the incorporeal, you now know that you were like diamonds and that you have now become like shells. And so you have shown God to be ever lower than yourself. You don't even recognize him. You people of earth receive that recognition, and that then recognition decreases. You now continue to give everyone recognition of the Father. Many will receive the Father recognition. Your main picture are the Trimurti, the cycle, and the tree. There is so much enlightenment in them. Anyone would say that Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the golden age. Okay, so what there before the golden age? Only at this time do you know this? It is now the end of the iron age, and it is the rule of the people over the people. There are no kingdoms now. There is so much difference. There were kings at the beginning of the golden age, and there are the kings now in the iron age too. Although none of them are pure, some of them simply buy those titles. No one is real Maharaja. They simply buy the titles. For instance, there are the Maharajas of Patiala, Jodhpur, Bikaner, etc. They mention those names. Those names have continued eternally. At first, there were pure emperors, and now there were impure ones. The word kings, emperor continued, or Lakshmi Narayan, you would say that they were the masters of the golden age. The one who claimed the kingdom, you now know how the kingdom is being established. The father says, I am now teaching you for 21 births. Those people study and become barristers, etc. In the same birth, you are studying at this time and will become emperors and empresses in the future. According to the drama plan, the new world is being established. It is now the old world. Although there were very good big palaces, no one has the power to build palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. In the golden age, they used to build all of those palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. It doesn't take long to build them. Here too, when an earthquake, etc., takes place, they employ many contractors and they rebuild a whole city within a couple of years. It took perhaps 8 to 10 years to build New Delhi, but there is a difference between the laborer there and the laborers here. Nowadays, they continue to invent new things. The science of construction has so much force. They can get everything ready made. And flats are built so quickly. They build them very quickly here, and so all of this will be useful there. All of this will go with you. Those sanskars will still remain. Even the sanskars of science will go with you. So the father now continues to explain to you, if you want to become pure, remember the father. The father says good morning and then also teaches you, children, you are sitting in remembrance of father while he's walking and moving around. Remember the father because you have burdens of many births on your heads. You take 84 births while coming down the ladder. Now there is an ascending stage in one birth. The more you continue to remember the father, the more happiness you will have, and you also receive strength. There are many children who are placed in the front number, but they don't stay in remembrance at all. Although they were clever in this knowledge, they are not on the pilgrimage of remembrance. The father prays you, children. This one is also number one, and so he must definitely be making effort. You must always think that it is Shiv Baba who is explaining to you, and then your intellects yoga will remain connected there. This one must also be studying. Nevertheless, he still says, remember Baba, these pictures are for explaining to everyone. The incorporeal one is called God. He comes and adopts a body. The children of one God, all are souls, brothers. They are now present in their bodies, all and the immortal images. This body is the throne of this immortal image, the souls. The immortal throne is anything in particular. This is the throne of this immortal image. Such each soul resides in the center of forehead. Each one is called an immortal throne. It is the immortal throne of this immortal image. All souls are immortal. They are very subtle. The Father is incorporeal. From where would he bring this throne? His throne. He Father says, "This is my throne too. I come and take this throne on loan. I come and sit on the immortal throne of this ordinary old body of Brahma." You now know that it is this is throne of each soul. This refers to human being. It does not apply to animals. Human beings who have become worse than animals should at least reform themselves first. When people ask you about animals, tell them, first of all, Reform yourself. In the golden age, even the animals are very good and first class. They won't any rubbish here. If pigeons were to leave their droppings in the king's palace, they would be fine. There would be a fine. There won't be any rubbish there at all. They are very careful. They remain on guards so that no animal can ever push their way in. There is a lot of cleanliness there. There is also so much cleanliness in Lakshmi Narayan. They even show a pigeon in the Sankar and Parvati temples, so they must definitely spoil the temples too. They have written many such stories in the scriptures. The Father now explains to you children, but there are very few who can imbibe it. The rest don't understand anything. The Father explains to you children with so much love. Children become very, very sweet. Let swells constantly from your lips. You are Roop and Basant stones do not emerge from your lips. Souls are praised. A soul says, I am a president, I am so and so. This is the name of my body. Okay, those whose children are the souls, the supreme souls. So you must surely receive the inheritance from him. So how can he be omnipresent? You now understand that you too didn't know anything previously. Your intellects have now opened so much. When you go to any temples now, you understand that all of those pictures are false. Can there be anyone with 10 arms or with an elephant trunk as in the picture? All of those are paraphernalia or path of devotion. In fact, there should be devotion of one only Shiv Baba, who is the bestower of salvation for all. It is in your intellects that Lakshmi and Narayan take 84 words. Then the highest on high Father comes and grants salvation to everyone. There is no one higher than him. Among us to you too, you are able to imbibe these things of this knowledge. Number wise, if someone is unable to imbibe them, of what use is that one? Instead of becoming sticks for the blind, some even become blind themselves. If a cow doesn't give milk, they keep it locked in a cowshed. Here, too, are unable to give the milk of this knowledge. There are many who don't make any effort at all. They don't understand that they should at least benefit someone. They don't have any concern for their own fortune. They are simply happy with whatever they receive. The Father would say, it is not in that one fortune one should make effort to receive salvation. You must have to become soul conscious. The Father is the highest on high, and yet look how he enters an impure body in an impure world. He is invited to come into the impure world when Ravan has made everyone totally corrupt. The Father comes and makes you elevated. Those who make effort will become kings and queens, whereas those who don't make any effort become poor ones. Because it is not in their fortune, they are unable to make effort. Some make their fortune very well. Each one of you can examine yourself. What service do I do? Acha. To his sweetest beloved, long lost enough from children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, the Baptada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Become Roop and Basant and let jewel constantly emerge from your lips. Become very, very, very sweet. Never let stones, bad words emerge from your lips. Become clever in this knowledge and yoga and benefit yourself and others. Make effort to make your fortune elevated. Become a stick for the blind. Blessing. May you be constantly happy and receive praise from everyone through your contentment. Again, may you be constantly happy. May you be constantly happy and receive praise from everyone through your contentment. The sign of your contentment is that your happiness will be visible in a practical way. Those who remain constantly content and happy are definitely praised by everyone. Only through your happiness can you receive praise. So take the special blessings of remaining constantly content and happy and give it to others too. Your final offering into this sacrificial fire is the constant happiness of all of you Brahmins. When you all remain constantly happy, the sound of revelation will echo. That is, the flag of victory will be hoisted. Slogan. To be a diamond and to give the message of becoming a diamond is to celebrate the diamond jubilee. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.